What up, people? It's your boy, Master Judy, out here with another comic review on New Comic Book Day. So we got Doomsday Clock, number 6. We're halfway through. We're halfway through it, and you know, this issue it's pretty sweet. We get a little bit of backstory on the Marionette and the Mime and how they came to be, and we get a lot of DC villains in this. And I think this is definitely a step up from the last issue, which I enjoyed, but I can understand why people were frustrated. So let's get to it. So, we see that this is the marionette as a girl. It's like, um, it's like if you look closely, you might see the strings. They tug at our arms and legs, forcing us to walk into life controlled by the powerful and the established. But as we can see here, but so life is it's like pulling against the powerful and established is always terrifying. But so is life as a puppet. They'll always try to control you, unless you cut the strings and then cut their throats of everyone who ever held them. So we see that she as a girl, her father is being shaken down, or something like that. She's being shaken down. But then we see like this. Isn't that right, Marionette? We costume characters wear ourselves on our sleeves, and we can see, bam. After the last issue, the Joker finally got the Batman, and he met up with Marionette and Mime. It's like, but I can't have you and Cat got his talent cartwheeling around town, slaughtering my men like pigs. It makes me look bad. My boys and girls are cleanly marked, meaning no one touches them, except for me. So, yeah. It's like, our mistake won't happen again. I would hope not. Normally I would have carved off your faces and stitched them on into a sun hat. But I'm in a good mood. The bat is at last mine. The bat at last is mine. Truly laugh. It's like, there's so many things to do. I don't know quite where to begin. So we see the Joker just, it's like a few pictures maybe. So he's just gloating over the fact he's got the Joker. And then we just see her. The Joker just seems to. I love the banter between Marionette and the Joker. They play each other very well. So she's like, "We are so sincerely, utterly, extremely sorry, you clown-faced fraud." It's like, apology not accepted, you horrible little thing. I wonder, did Harley send you to kill me? My birthday's coming up. It's like, shit, is that him? So the Joker sees a couple of dudes, Mr. Freeze's henchmen, and it's like Freeze has shit for handwriting. I can't read his directions. It's like you tried writing, so it's like this. So the Joker's telling them pretty much to reassure, hey, it's cool, no need to be afraid. It's like we were supposed to link up on the way. So he's asking about Mr. Freeze. Like, so they say, oh, we're supposed to link up with Mr. Freeze. It's like, and now we can't find him. We heard that the Fed snatched up Bane. We're thinking they may have got Freeze too. It's like, then I have a little proposition for you lost souls. A frightening, delicious, wonderful proposition. Ditch the Parkers and join the Joker. It's like, these are goddamn hot. And for all we know, Freeze is dead. Are you both out of your minds? At least Freeze is predictable. Save his wife. Robbed to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. But the Joker, who knows what he wants? Shaky. Where are you, pumpkin? Hey, right here, master. It's like, and ready to welcome the newbies into our circus. Step right up and put your hands together, and the show is about to begin. So we see her how she's placed like that, but it always comes to the position of this marionette that she's always liked. So it's like she looks like she needs a friend. So she's talking to her father, saying that you should probably. It's like your marionette needs a friend. It's like she's walking alone. No, it's like, well, yes. Well, then a friend would be nice. How about a Rouge of Egypt, Cleopatra, or the Maid of Orleans, Joan of Arc? It's like, I like Anne Bonny. It's like, ha, it's a pirate then. So she talks to her father. Notices a new store on the street. It's open. It's glass. They sell glassware. I think there's a boy over there, isn't there? Yes, definitely a boy. So it's clear that she decides to go. She father tells her to go and say hello, saying she has a better idea. And we see that he notices it. Very good sequential, moving around. But she knows he's gone. And she thinks that she's sad. And we see that her name is Erica. Finally get to hear a name drop. Saying, "My name's Erica. Who are you? Hello." It's like, and she's like saying, "I know the shop leaves people speechless for the first time." It's like, first time you see it, this is my dad's store, the puppet place. Come on, I can show you around. So clearly she met her partner, her blue thing, in her shop, and they've been together ever since, as we can see right here. It's Say, come on, let's put a smile on that face. So they're obviously doing the parkas. Don losing the parkas and enjoying the joke is like, alright, I'm in a generous mood. Yeah, apologies accepted, you two. Which one of you is next? Like, as in tattooed by Mr. Judas over there? It's like, pass. It's like, oh, my gun. So then they decide to turn on the Joker again. It's like, hey, Mime, let's teach them how you wink. And he opens his eyes and gives them, like, the jab right there. It's getting really hectic here. And she's like saying, oh no, oh my, don't lose your heads, boys. It's like, that's why they call him the Joker? Bit of a bit on the nose, huh? And then he's like saying, let him go. And then we just see him just shoot this one of his men, and with his long ass gun, he's like, whoops, that's embarrassing. And he's like, oh, I'm joking, well played. Come now, everyone, we don't want to be later than we already are, so clearly he killed his original former men, and he's taken Mr. Freeze's men, and he seems to have forgiven these two again. Like that. So meanwhile, you just see, the girl is getting, Erica, Marrionette. It's going on as a kid. She gets bullied, the usual thing, and they're accusing her father of being like a child molester. It's like Sophia, that's the bully's name. And she's like saying, my pops is a good man. Don't talk about trying to defend her honor. And, they're like this, let me go. It's like, you ugly slut. And then she gets punched in the face by Sophia. Bam. And then they're all just beating her up. And then says this, they want to cut her hair off. But then the mime as a kid comes in. And he gets hit with a bottle. Starts throwing bottles. And she starts beating on her bully, asking for bottles. And then they cut back here. And then, of course, the villains all here. They're basically hiding from the feds, because it looked like, from what Frieza's henchmen told them, like, the feds had got Bane. Everybody's under hiding. And they're like, let's wheel Batsy down there and surprise them. It's like, uh-oh, I see Freeze. He ain't going to be happy about the tattoo, so Freeze was not taken. I don't think that needle was clean. It's like, look lively at this group. So we see the Riddler. Each one of us is different. Reason, passion, revenge, wealth, power. But answer me this, is it safe to operate alone? Say, hell no. Y'all heard what happened to the first tattooed man at that sanctuary place? It's screwed up. The Lantern's other adversaries have left for the stars. And there are rumors that the Amazons kidnapped Wonder Woman and dragged her back to Themyscira. Those that can are retreating. Perhaps we should too, to Kondak. So we just see Giganta, a couple of these guys, the rogues, Captain Boomerang left, and they're all saying that we should go to Kahndaq, and then we just see, that's Dr. Savannah. So we just see the Court of Owls are also here. Apparently they survived from metal, because from what I saw, they were all slaughtered. And you just see Killer Frost is lying. He's like, we got nothing to do with the Superman theory. He's like, hey, don't point at me. So they're accusing them. But the Riddler's like, I have some questions, Typhoon. How exactly did you acquire these powers of yours? I got blown up in a nuclear bathysphere, and I'm not some government puppet. Nor I, God knows. Ladies and gentlemen. Not him, not now. This is my moment. So the Riddler's like, oh. It's like, I interrupt this repetitive affair to bring you a smile to all your faces. Allow me to introduce my newest friends. It's like the Marrionette. Isn't this wonderful? There are so many of them. And her loyal mute. Who are you again? So anyway, it cuts back to her with her pops, having... It's like, basically, they're talking about making some more marionettes. It's like, how about we make one of Dr. Manhattan? She wants a picture of the comedian. And so it's like, I can make anything you wish. It's up to you. So then these cops come in. And he starts getting like, oh. And they're like, who's this? His family opened the store across the street. Right. You're little Marcos from Maze Glass. Your family sure spells Maze funny. I'm sorry to hear about your mother. Heard she took quite the fall. And then Marcos is like, oh my gosh. I think his stepdad's calling for him. It's like, Officer White, I have something for you. Another puppet for your little girl. So you do. Look at that. Maybe you should go make sure the Maze family is okay. Yeah, Mac. That's a good idea. Ha, this thing's ridiculous. I'm sure my kid will love it. Thanks, Geppetto. See you next week. So she obviously doesn't take him seriously. So we just see the Marionette's like, who's that? It's like, who is that? Who's the Batman? I mean, this time. So, we just see, what do you mean this time, Harvey? How many fools have you dressed up like the Batman and peddled around, Joker? A few, I admit. It's like, so everybody doesn't trust that he has the real Batman. So it's like this. I bet it's another one of Arkham Gods. Let's see. Please stay on topic and off me. So the Riddler's like, before we make a decision on what we're going to do with the League of Villainy, we need to ensure that none of us are two-faced rats. No offense, Ned. And so we just see Typhoon, and it's like, I say we'll escort Typhoon out for you. And you just see, back off, Esperd. Anyone make another move, I'll suck their brains out their ears. And so the rogues are getting ready. I'll kill every goddamn one of... And then, of course, this man gets boomed, headshot. And then they see that it's the comedian. So I just see, up there I see smoke. And when there's smoke, there's fire. So comedian is just slaughtering... It's like the comedian's just slaughtering everybody. So he kills a member of the Court of Owls. Mime starts to challenge the comedian, and it's like the comedian's like, yeah, that's right, you son of a bitch. So we just see he's about to give him the snipe shot, and then we just see some leather come in. We just see, what the fuck? And we just see Giganta slap him around. It's like, well, here we go. So he shoots Mr. Freeze's helmet down. It's like, let's go dancing. We're leaving now. You, stop right there. So he shoots the Riddler in his freaking kneecap. And he starts beating up on... It's like, fire in the hole. So he starts beating up on all the villains. And the Joker's just appreciating this, loving it as a perfectly good day that this turned out to be. So they run away. It's like, stop slowing down. You're not going to draw his fire again. Do you understand? That's the goddamn comedian. It's like, it sure as shit is. So, meanwhile, we just see, it's like, why are you stopping, Mime? We're not staying here. It's like, Mime, oh, Daddy, it's wonderful. So that's how he made the new Marionette. So that it was going to be a present for Marco. And that's when the cops come back, those same cops, and, her pops tells her to get down, do as I say. And we just see the guy's like this. Jimmy, make a drop this morning? My kid loved the leprechaun. Which one did he put in this time? How about that clown? You're kidding? That'll give me nightmares. I cannot do this anymore, not in front of my daughter. The boss brought you to this country. It's like, he owns you. He owns your daughter. So she's some sort of infant. Tell us which goddamn doll it is, old man. So it's like, well. Look at you. It's like, come on, girl. Let her go. It's like, come on, girl. It's like, let her go. It's like, your little girl will pay a visit to the boss if you don't tell us which goddamn doll it is. It's like, Papa, and of course, speak, immigrant. Okay. It's like, you know what happened to the woman across the street when she said no to us, don't you? Anita was her name. She took a nasty fall. A terrible fall down this fire escape. Real tragedy. So, of course, they killed the mom when she refused to. They killed Marco's mom, the Mime's mom, when they refused to go down with the shakedown. So he tells her that what appears to be some cash is in her favorite hero, Night Owl. It's like, isn't that a stitch? Yeah, looks like it's all here. There'll be another delivery next week, and no more trouble, you hear? So we see that as long as you're breathing, you work for us. It's like, I have to help him. It's like, we do like what happened to your mom. You never told me. Did you know? You had to have known, right? What should we do, Marcos? Like, hey, can you really not talk? Marcos. It's like, I really need you to say something. It's okay, I'll figure it out. I know they're scary. So we just see her come back home, and then of course her father has hung herself. Tragic. And Erica is crying, but then of course she sees the cops. It's like, and the note says, I'm sorry, Erica, you were safer with me gone. It's like, dry your tears, empty the till, and run. It's like, you will be safe, free to live a good life. I hope you forgive me. So she goes in and actually kills one of the officers, stabs him in the neck with a pair of scissors. And, the other cop is about to shoot her. Then, of course, we see that the letter continues, one day you'll make a family of your own, and when that day comes, I hope you understand the lengths a parent will go to protect their child. I only wish I had more to give you than my life. Go on, my child, and be who you want to be. Love, Papa. So anyway, Marco comes in and saves her. That's when she uses her string for the first time and strangles this dude to death. And she's like, where do you think they're going? It's like, you want to go back out there while I hide in here to lure the comedian away? No. It's like, you're not going to leave me. And you're not going to die so I can run. So, of course, we see that they are on the streets. It's like, they're on the streets. And we just see that she confesses her love to them. Like, I'm not going to leave you alone for anything. They were homeless. They started robbing. And, of course, she reaffirms all that. So they begin, doing it right where the comedian is like, out there trying to kill him. Like, horrible timing. Horrible timing. So they give birth to their son and everything like that. And then we see that somebody had taken her son away. And they had both been put in prison. Well, Marco had been put in prison. It's like, I want to find our baby. And we just see, thing about you, it's like, and then we just see the comedian comes like this, thing about you freaks, you don't cover your tracks well. I only need one of you breathing to tell me what Ozymandias is. So which one is it going to be? Or should I pick? And then all of a sudden we see the Joker with his patented buzzer. Oh joy. And he takes his pen. It's like, I like you two. You make me laugh. I was just thinking, I bet the comedian knows where Dr. Manhattan is. The Joker's like, Dr. Manhattan? Who's that? I could use a good dentist. It hurts when I smile. And that's the end. That was pretty good. Very good, in fact. Very much enjoyed it. I give this an 8.5 out of 10. I think it's, good. I mean, the pacing might be a bit of an issue, but I think it's fine. It's fine. Whoa. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit notifications to ensure that you are notified of my videos. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. I shall have more videos up later today. Bye.